Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's Future Retro coming back with another video. This one is about Sony's last greatest console made, the PlayStation 3. This one is the ugly, dreaded PlayStation 3 Super Slim. However, it's the inside that counts, not the outside. If you can get over the eyesore, I highly recommend this version over the others just because it's more reliable, and to me, reliability matters more than the appearance. So yeah, I have hen enabled. I I own all these games. I want to start off by saying, yeah, piracy is wrong and blah blah blah. I don't condone it. Anyways, I own all these games here. Every last one of them I backed up onto this PlayStation 3. Um, I've I've added Borderlands, all the ones that I could possibly add um, in my collection without using too much room. I have yet to run out of room. I have over 140 something games on here, and these are pretty much all of them right here. So many that I even have a backlog on here and what's even with the beat. Don't mind the intro music here, but yeah. So you see all these. These are all the games I pretty much grew up with. I just got back into this one. This one's really good. Rockstar, man, I miss old school Rockstar. They could come back and release these, and I understand they most likely won't due to the licensing issues with the car manufacturers, but this has captured, a time in my life when gaming was great. It was, something that I really looked forward to, and I honestly can't remember the last time I actually got excited about a game release or anything, like true excitement. Um, you know, the last one was GTA 5, and that was felt kind of empty still, and it still does. And as I got older, it's just like it doesn't. Maybe I'm just getting older, and I just don't. It doesn't grab me like it used to, or get me excited. But anyways, yeah.
Prove it!
I have. Sorry about that. I have some good bangers here, man. Like Rock Band. This was good. I miss these days when you used to have a party or a bong ready, and some friends, and just take turns. Even though this is the controller version, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with these. Yeah, I got all the Hitman on here. These ones were, I think these are mine backed up. I made PKGs out of them. Pretty sure that's how that worked. And these are all the PS2 games that I have. As you can see, you got the dub edition remix, another banger. The only issue I have with this is, yeah, this is on a LG C2, which came out, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago. It was top notch for gaming. So it upscales to a point, but could it be better? Yes. I'm not paying a bunch, hundreds of thousands of dollars for a upscaler, so you got to improvise. I don't have disposable income, unfortunately, like that. If I did, I'd buy a better microphone for my YouTube channel. However, yeah, so this is another banger. If you haven't played this, I know I'm in my 30s. I've been gaming since the NES, and I know a lot of people who are adults now who never really grew up playing these games. But I'm saying this: if you're young and in your 20s and you never played Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, this has captivated a point of my life. A point of history really was like almost like the golden age for us millennials. These were really good times. I just remember everything was different. It was so much fun. I mean, you're talking about the time where Real World was still on MTV. I still remember those days. Cold Winter, this is another banger. This is a hidden gem. I'm a big fan of Sierra. I do respect them. I know they have had business with Valve or something like that, where they branched off. The same people that made Half-Life, they're in charge of the Fear games, or they've helped make those. Um, I grew up with 007. Started with GoldenEye, like most people have. Max Payne, old school Rockstar. Man, this game is so dark, it's creepy. I still get spooked by the nightmare scenes where he falls and you hear that baby screaming. That's that used to give me goosebumps. That's something else. True Crime New York. I'm gonna skip that because that's loud and that's a song and I don't want to get copyright. But anyways, True Crime New York. That's another banger. I highly recommend that one. If you do find yourself copying that from your disk version, you might have to have configuration files um, added because I had issues with the controls. Some of these games, the configuration files don't work properly, so you'll try to use a controller and try to move the character, and it'll work for a little bit, and then they'll start like doing weird stuff, almost like your controller's not working at all. Like you'll try to go left, they'll go right, back for it's inverted. So highly recommend if you're having issues with controllers, definitely a configuration file issue. You can add those through the process of making your PKGs. Next on the line here is Ace Combat. Ace Combat 5. Now, to be honest with you, I never really beat any Ace Combat games. The only Ace Combat that I did beat was the newest one for, I think that's Ace Combat 8 for the PS5 or PS4. That game was awesome, awesome. And I know I missed out by not growing up with these, but better late than never. This game is a banger. I haven't really beat this one because I have like three more to play, but I just wanted it to have it. I do have them physical. Like I said, all these games I have physical. X-Man, this one wasn't really talked about. I don't really think a lot of people care for this game. I never really heard anyone bring this one up. But it's a fighting game, and I remember I had it for Xbox because at the time, Xbox was better than the PlayStation 2 back in the day. I am a Sony guy, not necessarily a fanboy, but I do like PlayStation a lot more. Um, but however, I did play this on Xbox, and it was fun. It had the blob. I used to pick the blob, and I used to piss my brother off because I always beat his ass with him. But yeah, um, Raw Danger. This game I got because it was I sit there on YouTube and I look at other YouTubers talk about weird games. This was a weird game. It looked cozy, but very weird, kind of like a Titanic type of thing. It reminded me of like end of the world apocalypse on an island. I think you're on an island and it's sinking. So I didn't get past that because I work a lot. I didn't get past the first level, but I did enjoy it and I do plan on going back to play it. Downhill Domination is another banger. This game is very unique in my opinion because it captivates like Amazon back in the day. Like you see signs for Amazon, eBay, a few other things, and I love seeing that in older games. Considering how big Amazon has grown, and it's just like a captivated history. So I do enjoy seeing real life things inside video games. Even that, and that's a big reason why it's a double-edged sword in a way because a lot of reason why these games aren't being re-released. Airblade. This is almost like Jet Set Radio, but Tony Hawk style. I couldn't get past the controls to be honest. It was on my list of like hidden gems for PS2. I did appreciate the artwork. I do appreciate it. Maybe I will get past the controls, but some of these controls are just I got so spoiled with R2, L2. A lot of these are just like weird to me, and especially sometimes like their directional pad to move. So it's like tank graphics is what they call it, or tank controls. Desert Storm, if you're a war guy, uh, highly recommend playing this. This game was not bad. Wasn't bad at all. Um, the background image there is blurry because I made those and it blew up, so whatever. Yeah, and I have this Storm conflict. They have three of these, I believe, and I think I only have two of them. The other one I didn't get. This game, Star Wars Clone Wars. When I had an Xbox, it came with a bundle. Came with this game and Brute Force. Those two games I played many hours with, next to Grand Theft Auto 3. But I enjoyed this. This was co-op. I remember me and my sister used to play this together, and I loved the flying mechanics in it. I was shocked that this was for PS2. In my opinion, this would be a rare game for PS2. I don't think they had that many releases, but because like I said, I never knew it was for PS2. I've always saw it for Xbox. So if you could find this, I highly recommend it. And ironically, a week after I bought this game, Sony announced that they're releasing it for their PS5 like classics for PS2. So and I had to buy that for the PS5. I kind of did it, double dip there, but highly recommend that game. That was a pretty good game. Double Seven Agent Under Fire. This was my next Double Seven game that I played after GoldenEye. This game was a banger. Now, this is one of those games I tried to jump back into, and I couldn't get past the controls. And the controls to me are a little just different. It's not your standard Call of Duty. controls that I'm so accustomed to in the comfort of it. And to me, the frame rate and everything just kind of makes me nauseous, where it feels like you're a slug trying to move. I kind of get like, I don't know, for some reason it makes me kind of sick to sit there and try to, get into it. But other than that, hopefully someday I can get over it. It's a great game, good story. Smugglers Run. Now, I went on a binge of trying to get every Rockstar game created for PlayStation. The only ones I'm missing is I think they have a shark one or surfing one and another game that I'm missing, but I pretty much have them all. Oh, State of Emergency, the first one. I know the second one that they did not have anything to do with, as far as I know. But I'm a completionist, so it's like I gotta get the second one, a State of Emergency. That's another hidden gem. This game was expensive here. If you can get the one with the Ferrari logo in the front, I think it's worth more, the little sticker, the official seal of Ferrari. This game is great, man. I love Japanese culture. Not too much into anime or anything, but I do love their creativity, how creative they are as far as the content they add in their games. They're very creative within their culture. I love it. Very good game, very classic arcade game. I believe this was the last one that they made actually, and they haven't came out with any more Outrun. Um, Oni, another one. I did play this back in the day for PS2. I could never get past like the first level. I do remember this is like one of the first games I did play for PS2. So I wanted that, like I said, to complete my Rockstar collection. And I think they teamed up with Bungie. I think it says Rockstar and Bungie in the back of it. So that's a part of history in itself, seeing those two come together. Max Payne 2. This one, excuse me, this one wasn't really didn't really sell well. I think it's got poor reviews for some reason. I did not mind this game. Actually, this was the first Max Payne that I beat. Then I went back to beat the first one, and then the third one last. This game is another banger in my opinion. I liked it. I didn't have any issues with it. I love the New York atmosphere, the cold, gritty city atmosphere. That's my thing. I do want to get back into playing that too. It's been a while. Manhunt 2. I had to get this because of controversy. I specifically got the one for Wii and PlayStation. Now I got the one for Wii because you can actually use the nunchucks, the Wii controllers as a knife. It's definitely more of a killing simulator. Uh, on that one, I have yet to play it. I have that one sealed for the Wii, and I think I have another one open, and I have this for PS2 just to complete it. The Rockstar collection here. Another dark, gritty game. Gun. Now I beat that game for Xbox. I have to shift up because I don't want to play the music's too loud. But yeah, I beat Gun for Xbox back in the day. That was my Red Dead Redemption before I even knew Red Dead Redemption. Another hidden gem. There's actually a in that game. There's actually a boat called I think the Morning Star, and that's the same thing in Red Dead Redemption. I'm like, that's the same boat. Yeah, so I thought it was kind of weird there. SSX3, I grew up playing that for the GameCube, actually. Me and my sister grew up playing that, so I got to get that. Dave Mirra, I grew up playing as well for Xbox, so I got it for PS2. This game, I hear BMXXX, I think it's called, is better than Dave Mirra, so that is on my list. This game I liked because you can unlock like the Slim Jim guy, Amish guy, a few other characters, what I thought was pretty cool back in the day. I got Manhunt 2 twice on here. Whatever. Yeah, I think I have Manhunt 2 twice. The Warriors, another classic. This one I actually bought from the PS store. I just have it downloaded again. So yeah, that's another banger. Rockstar. I recommend watching the movie and then playing the game or vice versa. I guess would work. It really goes into the movie a little bit more with more detail, and it actually fits where it feels like it's canon. So it's a very good adventure game. You could play this co-op and you and your friend or whoever you're playing with, it's great. It's actually a really good fun game to get into and get lost in. Black, this one was another uh, banger that people said that I'm missing out on if I don't play it. Another one where the controls I have to get over. So far, the graphics were really ahead of its time. I'm really impressed with the review I've seen on that game. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I got this game because I played Need for Speed for PC back in the day, and I thought this was the one I was looking for, and it's not. I'm looking for the one where you can go on like Arizona. Like, it seemed like you were in Arizona in the desert, and it was for PC. I can't find that one. So if you do know which one that is, please let me know in the comments. Urban Chaos. This game doesn't have any background or anything, but this is another hidden gem. At least look on YouTube. Look at the reviews on it, footage. It's a really good game. This game, I first found out from it was playing Hitman Blood Money. This was a demo for it, and yeah, I was impressed with that demo. I kept playing it over and over again. So I'm like, well, why not just buy the game here? Area 51, another banger. I haven't beat it yet though. I am impressed with the story. I do like that. I do like Area 51. So that's why I got the game. I'm like, oh, it looks like a cool game, considering that no one knows really what's inside there unless you're a government official, obviously. Driver Parallel Lines. This game I got honestly because of the World Trade Centers were in it. It's not many games that has the World Trade Centers in it. Captivating New York with those two buildings and my or skyscrapers, I should say. That's what really drew my eye to it. It's very interesting to see that, especially in video games. I think this game was released after 9/11, so it's very rare for them to not have cut that content out and to leave it in there as is. Which I wish more games were on board with that. Um, Half-Life, you gotta have that. You gotta have it. I bought that, and that was kind of pricey at the when I bought it. See, it's Sierra and Valve, so I still haven't beat it though because at the very end it glitched out. I couldn't reach the very top of the warp portal or whatever it was. So I do plan on going back there and getting that. San Andreas, you got the trifecta there. Liberty City Stories. I do have the third one on here. Yep. um, Vice City Stories, Liberty City Stories, and this Vice City is the first version that I think it's version 1.4 or something that it has a tear gas and it has the cut content in it. This one goes for a lot on eBay, the first version. Now, if you could find a seller that doesn't know all the ins and outs of Grand Theft Auto, you could probably get this for a good price without, the scalper's price of like $300 because it's the first version. Yeah. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. So yeah, Tenkaichi 3. I have that one for the Wii. Um, I don't have it for the PS2. It's too much now. It's probably like $100 to $200, but the Wii version's like 60. You could hook up the GameCube controller and play that. You don't need the Joy Cons or not the Joy Cons, the nunchucks or whatever the Wiimote to play it. I highly recommend playing it. It's not that bad on the GameCube or the Wii if you're trying to buy it for a decent price. It's been 50 to 60 years since I bought it back 10 years ago. Manhunt, this game was harder. It's getting harder to find for PS2. I think the second one's a little bit easier to find, so I had to complete the collection. Sonic Heroes, I um, got that for GameCube, so I got that for PS2. SSX Tricky, I wanted to complete the collection here, so I had to get that one. And of course, Scarface. Yeah, Scarface. That is a banger. I grew up playing that one, so I had to get it. Love Vice City. I love Scarface. I love the movie. So yeah, I highly recommend you check that game out. A lot of people don't really talk about that one. As far as PS1, this is pretty much wasn't. I didn't really grow up with the PS1 to be honest. This is all I have. I purchased these off the shop. LSD. Oh my God, I gotta make a video on this game. This is a piece of art, literally. The guy that made it was an artist, and it wasn't necessarily a video game. He said to call it a simulator, but it's literally artwork. That's all it is. A highly trippy game. I will go back and make a video on this in the future, maybe even the next video here. I had to get Metal Gear. You have to have that. Soul Reaver. Grew up playing this game. Can't wait to get the remake. I'm waiting on the physical version though. Uh, Most likely I will get it for PlayStation 5 if it's on PS5 and the Switch, just because I will buy it twice because I support them and I appreciate what they did. I heard they listen to the true fans of it. If you're not a fan of it, You should really look into it. It's a very interesting, good story. It's a very good time I've had a very good time playing that game. All right, so on from that, we have this is not even the full list here. PS3, Afro Samurai. This game, I believe, will go up in value. Um, it's a very interesting game. I do appreciate the artwork. It's very fun hack and slash. Haven't beat it. I will get to it. Blitz. I'm not really a sports guy, but I played this game on the PSP and had so much fun with it. So I'm like, I had to get this game. This game I paid about $50 to $60 for it, and it's a banger. Like it's so much fun. Believe it is two players, and it's just so funny what you can do in it, and it just makes it's a good arcade football game. Raging Blast. I heard the second one was better, but I did own this game, and I just backed it up on here, and I really haven't played it in years. Driver San Francisco is a game I hear Ubisoft is trying to scrub away as if they never made it. A very weird, like fever dream to me. Like to me, it's like a fever dream, weird game. Like it's so weird how the game is, but it's very good. It's very unique. Duke Nukem, I bought this years ago. Pretty good. I didn't mind it. I hear you either like it or love it or hate it. I didn't mind it. I thought it was kind of creative, especially when you could become like a little action figure and everything's. It's almost like a Toy Story level in there. It's pretty goofy game. Grew up playing this banger. It's a boxing game. I did like Champions. I think a little bit better as far as graphics. But I do, I had to get this game. It's very good. Spent many hours playing that. Fear, another banger. Sierra, Fear 2. Personally, I like Fear 2 a lot better than the first Fear. But even though I hear a lot of people liked the first Fear better for PC because the ports on PS3, I guess people didn't like it for some reason. I didn't mind Fear 3 just because it was co-op, and I had fun playing that. Me and my daughter played that together. There goes Fight Night Champion, God of War. I bought that at a thrift store for a good price. Golden Eye 7. Didn't beat this game, didn't care for it, but it's there, whatever. GTA 5. I went back to play this game, and it was actually pretty good. Um, I just played this a few days ago, and the lighting in the game was better to me than the newer one, the remakes. It's just something about it that's different that it just brought back so many memories of how I felt back then, so many years ago. Um, yeah, it's pretty interesting playing it on the PS3, and it's actually impressive that they even got it to run on the PS3. So yeah, you got episodes from Liberty City, one of the last great Rockstar games, in my opinion, that actually had personality and character and not just a money grab. San Andreas, enough said on that. This one is actually the modified version with Keizo mod in it. It has a cheat menu, mod menu in it. It's fun, and I have it where you could play the whole story with the second player instead of just running around the city, running from cops, whatever. You could have the second player spawn in, and you could go through the whole storyline together. Keizo mod's amazing. Highly recommend checking that out. It's spelled Kaizo mod. Now he had it for PlayStation 2. He has it for PS Vita. I'm not sure if he has it for the like tablet or iPad. Uh, but the issue I had was finding the version for the PS3 copy. That was hard to find. I had to do some digging on Reddit, but you could find it. Um, Hitman HD Trilogy. This one's good. This one came with the art book. I still have that. Yeah, it has all three of the Hitman. Lost. I was a fan of Lost. I know, kind of nerdy, but I had to get the game. The game is garbage. It's funny though. Um, so yeah, I paid a few dollars for that years ago on eBay. Played Max Payne 3. Took me some years to get it to play it, but it was a good story. It was one of those games where I'd play it, wake up and play it again. It wasn't backlogged. I got through it. It was a pretty good game. Got this as a gift. This has a version of Medal of Honor, the first one, that's unique. I forgot what differences. I think they added some quality of life differences in it, and it has a version of it that's unique that was free if you bought the game. I recommend picking this game up just so you can play the original. Really, if you don't really like the first, The game, the actual game, Medal of Honor. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Um, it's a banger. It's a hack and slash. It's a little difficult for me. The ending I still have to beat, but I made it very far and unlocked everything for it. So the game is really good. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. Modern Warfare 2. I got that one for the terrorist one with the Russians. I just thought it was strange that they even added something in that game so controversial. So I figure that they're never gonna re-release this. I don't know if they did or not. They might have already, but the current climate we are in and everything, I just had to have it for my collection. Haven't really played this one. I got it for cheap. NBA Jam's another arcadey uh, sports game if you like basketball. I recommend that. Portal 2. I'm just starting Portal 1. Can't wait to start that one. This one has a mod menu. Red Dead Redemption. I actually have some videos showing it. You can actually use the mod menu to add a car in it. I didn't even know cars were in Red Dead Redemption. And they're drivable. It's two cars. One has a Gatling gun and another one's a regular, I think Model T Ford. Red Faction's good. I played this for a little bit. The environment is very interactive as far as like you can destroy buildings and everything. These I had to, get the two completed for the PS3. I have all of them for the PS2. Um, those are really good games there. Bought this one. Saints Row the Third was okay. Personally, I like the second one better, but it was okay. Uh, Soul Calibur 4, grew up playing that. SSX, this one people didn't really care for some reason. It was a little bit different. It was a little bit realistic. It wasn't as much. I don't know if it's still wasn't as arcadey as the last ones, but I liked it because you could have your own custom soundtrack, and I'm a big fan of music. So yeah, it makes going down the mountains and everything more intense when you could play like your own music with it. Huge fan of that. The Darkness. This is a hidden gem here. I think it's based off of a comic book. I never, not really into comics, but this one is really good. It's about a guy who gets murdered by the mafia. He was in the mafia, and he comes back and he gets vengeance on him with two demons on his shoulder that grow out of him. Never beat the sequel there though. I have the sequel. Orange box. We already know. You have to do it. You have to. I just completed the game. For some reason, you have no trophies on here though. I was so disappointed because I carried that little. I thought it was a. I don't know how I saw this. You carry this little troll in episode 2 all the way to the spaceship. Anyways, I took him all the way there for no reason. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not getting any trophy unlocks. So yeah, but it's a good game. The graphics are weird. The sound is weird as far as it's not the best port to play it on, but that's the only way I could play it. It was doable. Have to beat this one. Um, WWE 2K14. I'm a wrestling guy. I always wanted to buy the games, but they're always to me a little too pricey. So I got this for a decent price. And this one is a banger that I still have to beat. Really, really good. Call that a hack and slash. It's a good game. I highly recommend checking out. So on to the PS2. You see how many games I have on this thing? It's crazy. You have Area 51, Backyard Wrestling, Black. I don't know. I should delete all these extra ones I have because I already have them. Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, Crazy Taxi, Def Jam Fight for New York, Dragon Ball Z 2V. This version of Dragon Ball Z is Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. This version though is the version with Frieza's son in it that only I think 1,000 were given out to some people in Japan. So this game is worth like $2,000. This one, I had a friend who had the copy. He let me back it up to the PlayStation 3, and that's how I got it. I don't own the physical version, but he lent me his copy, and I backed it up. So yeah, uh, and we have Budokai Tenkaichi 4, which is a fan-made version of Budokai. I think it has like Beerus in it, some newer characters. It's a good game. I haven't beat it though. This one's very hard, and it was expensive. I think I paid like 80 for this thing, but I was trying to complete the collection for Dragon Ball Z for PS2. And yeah, this game is great. It's different. I highly recommend you check it out. Uh, Deuce X, I think it's, I don't know why that's like that. It's just a bad recording or whatever, a bad copy, I should say. The Getaway Black Monday. This game is good. The controls are a little weird for me, so it took some getting used to, but I did admire uh, the realistic things they added in the game as far as cars and everything to it. Um, I think that's I think that's pretty unique and different. Even though people were saying it's a GTA clone, but this one's set in London, UK. I'm waiting on the original one because I ordered that and it's got lost in the mail. The Getaway, I plan on backing up on here when it arrives in the mail. Grand Theft Auto for early redemption. I'm not sure if that even works. I think it does work. Yeah, it does. GTA 5 again, GTA 3. Um, yeah, Blue Shift, Half-Life Blue Shift. These were ports from the PC version, fan made, and I backed it up on here. Inuyasha, another good game. This one's the fighting one. I forgot the name of it, but it's really good. It has that Dragon Ball Z feel to it. If you're an Inuyasha fan, I highly recommend you pick it up. Legacy of Kain, Mercenaries, another good one. The original Midnight Club I have because it has the World Trade Centers in it. Uh, like I said, I like the fact that it captivated a piece of history that you can come back and look at, even though you really can't look at it because you're in the car all the time. But yeah, Red Dead Revolver, Robot Alchemic Drive. Maybe I'll do a video on that, showing that footage. That game is very fun and unique. You control the robot like it's an actual robot. Like it's weird. Like it's hard to explain. You have to check it out. If you're into anime, you'll definitely love that. Sky Odyssey. This game is so hard. It's a flight simulator. It's underrated. I checked it out. I recently picked it up off eBay. Brand new sealed for like $7. It's a flight simulator. I think Activision made it. It was a little too hard for me. I have to get back to it, and I kept crashing the plane. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it would be easy, like Grand Theft Auto style graphics, but no. Soul Reaver 2, SSX 3, SSX on Tour, The Punisher, another banger. Um, Tokyo Extreme Racer, yeah, Beautiful Joe 1 and 2, 13, the original one, and Yu Yu Yakusho Ghost Files Dark Terminate. This is another weird game. It wasn't bad. It's a fighting game. It wasn't bad at all. I enjoyed it. I'm halfway through it. I have to get back to playing that. And then you have Tekken 2. I got that because you see the World Trade Centers in the background. Yeah, and these are all the ROMs that I have. This is all the Nintendo ROMs. I have every Nintendo ROM. Um, yeah, and these are all from my personal collection that I've backed up over the years. Yeah, Nintendo Game Boy, every Game Boy game, Nintendo Game Boy Advance. And you know the sad part is they were all in a storage unit and they all got lost. So yeah, unfortunately all I have is my backups, but that's why it's important to have something that you can back up your games on. So if you lose them, you're not out completely on all your money. So yeah. Um yeah, so that's everything that I have on here and this isn't even all of it, like not including all the movies. I have all the like not every Dragon Ball Z episode, but like the sagas like Buu Saga, Frieza Saga. I have GoldenEye. I have Spirited Away. I have the Terminator. Yeah. Uh, and this is all personal stuff. I have all my music right here. Look at all my music. This is unknown. Photos. Look how many images I have. And this is all in just like, I believe it's just 1 terabyte. It was. I don't think I got the 1.5. But yeah. And this is why these are the golden times of companies not being so money hungry, and get, just trying to nickel and dime everything. The internet was free to play online. It wasn't a bad time. And, it's the times that I took for granted. And I'm sure a lot of people have sold their PS3s for the newest, PS4. And it was like, it was a step back. You couldn't even customize the front of it, like the theme. I picked this theme somehow. I don't even know how I did it. And this is the Sony 20th anniversary theme for the widgets. That's how I got it. The background, I don't know how I did that. I get asked a lot, like, how did I do that? I'm not sure. There's a thing on here called Toolbox. I forgot where it's at, but I was messing around with the toolbox right here. Hybrid firmware tools. When you download Hen, you can get access to all this, and I was messing around with it, and that's what happened. So yeah. So I'll come back with another video talking about LSD, the PS1 game, because that game I don't see many videos talking about how weird that game is. It's really weird. I hope you enjoy this video. If you could like and subscribe, that'd definitely help me out here because I'm trying to improve my channel here and grow and hopefully be able to get another microphone to sound better. Not sure how this is going to come out. This is really my first long form video of me actually talking this long. I will go back more in depth on some of these games that I've highlighted here. And, I appreciate you sticking around and watching this video to the fullness. And let me know what you think as far as like games I should add or other hidden gems that I haven't heard of. There's a lot out there that I've never even heard of till like recently. Um, Again, I appreciate it. I look forward to making another video.